And this one is going to be another, I think I might make that metal right here. So throw that one down too. Hey, what up, Bob? Doing some art like I promised earlier in the week. Just, want to take a break. Wanted to show my skill sets right quick. This stream won't be long at all. Just some quick stuff. Wanted to try to put something out there. Wanted to let people know that I'm still very much into my craft. But I do appreciate, everyone that's in here right now. Next, I'm gonna just click right here. Hopefully it still does this, and I'm gonna try to render this. Not render. I'm trying to throw this material on right here. After this, the nylon is always my last material. Microsoft Paint for the win. That's OG. The stories I have with Microsoft Paint. Oh man, that is so OG. Like you wouldn't believe. Freaking, I used to get in trouble in class. Like any class that was computer related. Oh yeah, these two. Oh, speaking of this, I finally, man, I got scrutinized for this. So on the older model, these engravings right here, which is, pretty pristine in my opinion. I think I did a really good job right here, brothers. But they were kind of embossed instead of engraved, and oh, I got scrutinized so much for this. So I finally went back and did it the right way. I must say, it turned out pretty good. So like I said, these materials right here, I'm gonna make it a pure metal, a bare metal for the trigger. Now, what metal that is going to be the question. I need a basic bare metal. But like a dirty bare metal. But if I can't find anything, then black black gun metal will go right on top of that. Which I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna use anyway because yeah. Oh, you love doll? You know what? Let me try to give that a try. Doll still. Yeah. If you know Quixel, if you know about Quixel and you feel like you wanna like say, hey, use this material, it works better. Feel free to throw it my way, and I will definitely look it up. Yeah, I used to love the dull steel. Yeah, this one right here. Uh, Too bad you can't make it a black dull steel. That would be perfect. I'm gonna just throw the regular gunmetal on top of this. Say no. I'm gonna just throw that on top of it. Move on. Don't want to sit here too long thinking about materials. If I feel like there's something that I want to put on top of it, I'll definitely handle that ASAP. Just change materials and we're good. Yeah, that sucks. I know. But you can paint on top of it though, which is really good. Which is really good about this one. You couldn't do it on 1.8, but on 2.0, you can have a pure metal and paint on top of it. You like I can throw it from right here from add material. You go in there like here. Let me click on it. You can go in here. You can go to paint. You can throw, let's say like so just some thick machine paint. You can dull it down some because it's very shiny. You can just throw that on top of it, which is good as a mask, and you can kind of. I'm gonna definitely get into the process of that, but I don't want to jump too far ahead in what I want to do. Um, and what happened to the? Hold on. Let me refresh so I can bring that back. Sorry about that. I guess clicking on that takes that away. Okay, it's weird. Let me turn back on everything that I had. All right, we have all of one more. One more. We almost had all of it. So what's the plan when you're done with this Mac? Sell it online? No. This will go on my portfolio. Um, I did do previous renders of this Mac 11, and I do have them. Uh, I'm doing like 1,000 things at one time. I do have them on my desktop. This is the one that I use in the on the QUIXEL stream. I mean, on like the little group. So this is the one that I had previously. I think I did a pretty good job with it. You know what I'm saying? With the dirt and the grime and everything, and really trying to make it my own. I mean, there's of course other pictures in here of it. So that's the goal. Just to try to remake that, try to make that over again, just for educational purposes for anybody else that may get stuck on QUIXEL. You know, I'm all about community and helping out artists and all that other good stuff. Like I love, you know, people that share their knowledge. That's just basically what life is about. Just about sharing your knowledge with somebody else, so that the other person, you know, they don't feel left out. You know, shouldn't keep stuff away from people that's you know, valuable and is able to lift that person up. Now, my only gripe with freaking 2.0 is they took out the original ballistic freaking nylon like strap. You can add straps. You can add a strap like texture. No, I did make that with 2.0. I actually made that with 2.0. But I'm gonna throw this on anyway. And luckily, I was smart enough to have the top strap and the bottom strap the same color material. I did that before, where they were different. Yeah, stuff was not uniform at all. Some people would have made these different. Um, but what if the UVs weren't the same? Like, what if they weren't the same size? You would have some crazy stuff going on here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure everything's good. All of the stuff is located in. They have base material. So right here, this is the base material. You know, this is all of my base materials without colors, without anything else. So even the base material looks somewhat like something within this very, very powerful tool. But like I said, as I do all of my textures, I'm gonna go to the top and I'm gonna add a smart material. And with the smart material, this is just me, my own little way of doing things. I always go to weathering, and I always do. Some people do general dirt, which there's nothing here. I like heavy directional dirt. I throw that on top of the model automatically. Sometimes QUIXEL they get a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Like I might have a big streak of dirt right here and right here. That's cool. That's fine. That'll give me more, you know, of an insight on just something on my model. It's like almost like for a painter. I forget that little board that they use, but when they just throw the paint on it, they mix the colors up. It's not on the it's not on the painting yet, but they already know, you know what I'm saying, basically what it's gonna look like. So yeah, it did it again. If what I said just made sense, but I mean it's fine to throw something general on top of here, and I'll come back to it. But I just wanted to see the more general dirt, or just kind of what it would look like. And appreciate that follow. Miscreated Dev, Matt. I'm most probably Matt. Appreciate that follow. I'm gonna hide this and keep that hidden for now until I go back. I want to put it on now before I forget. I want to have it at the top. So no other thing, no other material is not, you know what I'm saying, covered in dirt. But my main focus will be this nylon right here. And the ballistic nylon, we're gonna open that up. Now, somebody asked a question, and I'm gonna answer this right now. So within the normal, this is what I like to do. You have color variation, you have the ballistic, you have the edge wear, everything like that. But I see it's not normal. You can also change it right here. I am going to scale this to 0. And I do that to see what changes have been made to the actual texture, if anything changes. And it did. It changed. I'm going to show you. It changed a little bit of what's going on. And then I do like an extreme one, which it did on the normal. So hold on, I'm going to give it a second. I'm not going to force it. Let it still do what it's going to do. You got to remember to go back to your diffuse texture. That's what I call it. I don't use that word. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to 3 and see what happens. When you do this, it'll automatically put your tab at the normal. Okay. So, from my understanding and what's going on and what's happening to the texture, the negative effect of it is basically making one block. So, well, the positive, scaling it to positive. So negative will in turn make the squares a little bit smaller. That's how I try to get certain textures out, try to change certain textures, and now, as you can see, the blocks are smaller. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I'm gonna just put it back at 0. There's just no point in changing it, and you're gonna see the big change in it right about now. Just keep it at 0. The color variation, and that's 0 too. The color variation with the gray. Actually, let me cancel that. With the gray, I usually throw on like a brown, like a brownish color. Move this over here next to my swatches. Try to throw on this color right here. Kind of dull it out a little bit. Kind of find which one it is. Probably right here is good. Wait for that to change up. Because it won't be this close. So as long as the black is able to highlight what's going on, I mean, I'm good. Like, I'm good with that. I might darken it up a little bit later. I might not, I'm not sure. I haven't changed the color of the metal on the Mac 10 just yet, and I'm going to tell you why. Because that's the hardest part. I can do it in the beginning, but sometimes I do, depending on the gun. Sometimes I don't. Right now I want to work with this dried rubber right here. And like I said, I wanted to add a material on top of it. And that being said, you can either go to add smart material, which is going to give you another folder where you can add a material. And the material, it'll give you a plastic. It'll give you, excuse me, a grainy plastic. It kind of has a little bit more. You got patterns, you got synthetic, you got old computer, Oh, computer plastic? Really?